This is a pretty challenging question, I think. So I've drawn a regular hexagon to start with, just to get things going. Um, and actually, in any heptagon, the interior angle sum is the number of sides minus 2 times 180. It's 900. This will be true however you draw your heptagon, in fact. So this is necessarily true. I've actually drawn one where all the sides are equal, but it does have obtuse angles. It doesn't have any acute angles. It has more. It has 7 lines of symmetry. So I've drawn one with where 2 are true. Um, it's just, can we do any more? Actually, the approach that we need to take here to do this question successfully is like start to see if we can make a polygon with all of them. If we can't make it with all of them, if some of them are contradicting, then we'll find out, and then we could go down to maybe doing 4 of them and to see if it's possible. If we can draw one that works with 5, then we're done. Okay, whereas if we draw one that works with 2, and actually I've just drawn one that works with 2, then that doesn't mean that that is necessarily the greatest number. That just means that is a possible number. So let's assume that it is possible to do. Then I'm going to have 4 acute angles. And because there's no obtuse angles, then that would mean that there are 3 reflex angles that go beyond 180. Okay, and that doesn't seem to contradict itself at the moment. We just need all the sides to be equal and then just one line of symmetry. So then it is really just a case of giving it a go. Let's draw, a horizontal line, because you can might as well start with one side being horizontal. And actually, I'm really seeing that, yeah, I'm going to have my line of symmetry going up. I might as well do that. Okay. So what if I go with, I don't want to go with an obtuse angle. So I either got to go reflex and go kind of back on itself, or acute and go inwards. I'm trying to keep the sides all the same length. So maybe to here. It's only a sketch, so as long as I can see whether it's going to work or not, that's the main thing. Okay, so I've drawn 3 sides. Right, I think I'm going to need to go with a reflex angle now. I don't want to start going down here, I don't think, because I'm going to get into difficulties, especially since we're not allowed it to, I don't think we're allowed to let it cross or anything like that. So let's go with reflex. So it's going to be a bit like an hourglass at this point. Go back in like that. Okay, so that's 5 sides, and I've got 2 acute, 2 reflex. Now, if I go with acute again, because I have to have a line of symmetry, remember? So if I can't go reflex now back like that. If I go back down, you have to sort of trust me that these are going to be the same length. Okay, then actually that does manage to have 4 acute angles. It's got 3 reflex. It's just got this one line of symmetry, the way I've drawn it. And, okay, maybe my sketch hasn't got it, but you can see that it is going to be possible to have all the sides equal. So the answer is 5. It's going to take a bit of time potentially to draw that. You might not draw that straight away, but if you just play around with it and try to get all 5 to work, then you can eventually get here. Just one final thing. Let's say that we started again with a horizontal line, and I'm going to have this is my line of symmetry. Then if I had tried to go reflex to start with, okay, maybe just slightly reflex, then I'm already in some difficulty because I'm going to go back on myself to here to get my acute angle. And then I need it to be reflex again. But to get the line of symmetry, I'd have to have 2 of them reflex. I'm already up to 3 of them being reflex now. It's kind of like a nice idea to do this, but I can't go acute and go back in on itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Actually, this would work if I had, oh, because I need that to be acute. Like it's not a bad attempt there, but you can just sort of see if you go reflex at the very start, you're going to end up with four reflexes rather than three. You have to go with an acute one at the start, and then you can get there with the three. I just wanted to sort of share that alternative construction, but there could be other ways that you try and do it. But this is the only one I'm aware of that will work to satisfy these five conditions. But it does manage it. Well done.